Hi everyone, and welcome to the Scale Model Arsenal. So this video is going to be an update. I actually finished my first model. I completed it. It was a long journey, but it was pretty interesting. I really had fun, and I probably got hooked on model making for life. And now I'll reveal the first model I've ever built. It's a T80BV main battle tank Soviet version. If you haven't watched the previous video, I had an option to choose from 3 different models, and I choose the Soviet one, the tank for which I'll talk more in depth a bit later. Now I want to show you the model. So I'm actually quite satisfied with what I did. Here you can see the model. So considering the fact that it was a pretty hard model to build, the mold was old and it was hard to complete all of that. The parts didn't fit really well. There were a lot of gaps that I had to fill in, and then sand and everything, but I really had fun building it, and I think it turned out great considering the fact that it's the first model I've ever built. It had a lot of parts and it was quite challenging. First building it, then coloring it. I don't have a lot of experience with coloring models, so this was my first try at doing that. I even managed to do some weathering, which turned out quite nice actually, and I'm really happy about it because I didn't expect to weather my models from the first one, and some of the older and more experienced model builders advised me not to do it, but I still choose to do it, and it turned out great. So all in all, I'm quite satisfied with my work, and I'll definitely continue building models. Here you can see it closer. So there are some things that didn't went as planned. The machine gun should have been higher. Some of the parts were really hard to glue and put on. I tried to give it a more authentic look, so I may have deliberately left some parts not imperfect. As a kit in general, it was quite challenging, as I said before. Some of the things weren't really fitting, but I really had fun building it, and I would definitely build some more in the future. Now I'll try some other model making companies, so I would be able to pass a judgment as how good Zvezda and other companies are. So on a first glance, it was a challenging trip, but all in all, not too bad. It was actually wonderful. I had a lot of fun. It took some time, honestly, but here you can see some of the weathering I tried. Ain't perfect, but ain't that bad either. So in general, this is as I said before, this is a Soviet tank. It's a T80BV from the 10th Guard Uralo-Lavovsk division, tank division. So this is an old unit that has, and it traces its roots to the Second World War, and during the late 60s it was named after the distinguished Soviet Marshal, Field Marshal, Rodion Malyonovsky. Maybe some of you heard of him. Pretty important guy in the Soviet Union, so they named the unit after him. This unit was, I choose this variant because this unit was stationed in East Germany, to be more precise, in the Magdeburg region, in Altengrabov, and this machine had its peak during the Cold War. During the mid-80s, they were quite highly regarded by the Western forces, by NATO and everyone, and they thought highly of these machines, and it really was the best that the Soviet Union had, like peak Cold War machinery. So it's an interesting tank, and since I'm an amateur historian, if you like it, leave a comment, and in the next episodes, with the next models I'll be building, I can get into military equipment in depth. I can talk about planes and tanks for hours if you want to. So if you like it, please let me know, leave a comment. If you would like to hear some commentary, some historical commentary, I'd be glad to do it. So here you can see I did a bit of mudding of the tracks. I saw a video of a military exercise in East Germany, and the mud looked like just like this. It had this color, so I wanted to make it a bit more genuine. I didn't want to experiment with sand and everything too much. That's why I didn't sand the whole tank. Actually, I didn't have I wasn't sure that it's going to turn out nice, so this time I decided that the tracks would be enough. And on some of the next projects I'll try to do it better and to create some more genuine weathering. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you like my model and how it was done. If you think anything was done improperly, or if you wanna give me or other inexperienced modelers some advice, please do in the comment sections. I'll read it and I'll reply to you. So if you have any guidelines you would like to share, feel free to do it. So this is the tank, and I'll just give you some close-up of some of the things, and you can tell me if you like it. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe to my channel.